Yeah, this is continuation to first part, and here what I'm talking about the weather report. In the weather report service, there is a client, and this is okay because just building the client through builder and just mentioning the base URL. And as I told, this base URL is only for common purpose. For example, if you are having multiple HTTP methods, you don't need to build the same host and port. Of course, in real time, we will not have any host and port. We will have naming registries, so we'll have a name. And maybe that is something will be discussed in coming topics. For now, you just use like this as you are building the service in your local. And once you are having the service, you specify the URL, and this is the path param. So I am giving a path param as a dynamic parameter. And here you see this is something. If you see it's striked, then strike out, then it is kind of deprecated. You see here why it is deprecated. You could see here. So it is deprecated in 5.3.5. So latest version of Spring they deprecated. And okay, then what are the methods available? You just check here instead of exchange. Maybe if you do this, you'll get to know. You see here exchange to mono, exchange to plus. Okay, and like this available. That is up to you. Maybe if you wanted to try, you can try. See, this is something it is deprecated. So the recommendation is don't use the exchange. First, we will see how it works. Is it working or not? If it is working, what you can do? Of course, I know so many are using the exchange method. For that reason, just I wanted to show you and by running. Yes, now we are having the method. Of course, so once it is done, then flat map and converting to string, then just block as it is a synchronized and asynchronized. I wanted in the synchronized approach. So then just I'm printing the response, and I wanted in the new line that just that's why I give a new line. And otherwise it's okay. Okay, now let me go here and run the application. Okay. Yes, it is executed successfully, and that's why you see here WebClient it is printing, and once it is done, it's end the flow. And you see before that, it's interesting stuff. Lot of log it's printed. Yes, if in case if you are using the WebClient, internally it uses so much stuff. That is something it is recording here. For example, you see here, this is the URL. That's why it is taking as an exchange function. And after that, it is connecting. So it's like internal how it is connecting. What is the DNS? It's like everything DNS server, client pool. You see here ePairNAS, directory NAS, page size. This all default stuff it will take it, and it's like you just to do little bit investigation before using, because internally you see it's a lot of stuff it is following. Of course, this is something it is printing in the debug mode, even though it is debug mode how it is running and all, but this is for your reference. Just I'm showing the console how it is working and all. Okay, but our interesting area is this one. The log, it is printing the response whatever I'm expecting. And for example, instead of Bangalore, maybe if I wanted to pass Chennai, yes, let's pass the Chennai and just run. But don't forget the REST service is running in the 8080 port, and this is something the main method this time running as a standalone application. Yes, so you see this time it is a Chennai. Maybe we'll try with Delhi. Okay, let's run. Okay, you see here it is Delhi. So that's how you can easily consume the internal service. Now the question is, if you connect with the external service, how it will behave? Okay, now I wanted to show you. So now we have done. So we actually targeting two. One is internal service and internal HTTP service. Of course, that is something I built here with REST service. And the second one is some external service. Maybe, I thought that let me use some stock market stuff, some NSE feed or ICICI direct feed and all, or maybe thousands feed and all. But I couldn't get the appropriate JSON service. That's why that too I could find in many places paid feeds and all. So for now, but maybe later on, if I get some good JSON service, I will try to gather that. And meanwhile, what I will do, this is the service. See, our intention is how to consume the external service. So how to consume the API service. So for this particular service, there is no security. Okay, that directly I can consume. Maybe I will show you. For example, no credentials required. Just you can able to access. This is something I wanted to show you. Maybe for example, it is a HCL info. Maybe if you want, you can try TCS. For example, TCS. It is working site hardware or something. Let's see here. You are getting the latest stock prices. For example, Tata Motors. Okay, Tata Motors. Let's see. Did it work or not? No. Then try Tata. No. So TCS is working. But the code is important. You should enter the code correctly. For example, Reliance, maybe REL. No, not REL. Maybe you should be knowing the code, then only Yes Bank, for example. No. Some bank. No. You have to give the appropriate code, then only it will work. Maybe I will try with the TCS. Yes, it is working with the TCS. Maybe if you are having any other code, you can try. This is the ICICI direct URL. It's okay. Now we are having the data. Okay, we will try with the TCS. Okay, we will give TCS here. Instead of input, we will give TCS. And maybe what I will do, I will comment the second one as I am done testing with the second one. So what I am doing here, and you see here, it's a little bit complex service. And you may see why I configured, why I have done this lot of stuff. It is again same. It's a basic client building. Then immediately, I built this one, exchange strategy. So this strategy is because of, in case if you are having big content, and those cases you have to configure your client accordingly. So that's why I configured memory. That's how also you can allow, that's how you can allow very big JSON files as a response. And that's why I configured this one. This is the exchange strategy builder. And here you will be mentioning the max memory and all. At the same time, you will have min also. Of course, this is more or you would find there are so many interesting methods available in this. Okay, and once you are having the builder and the client is ready, again this is the client part. But this is memory configured client. And once you are having client, it's a matter of consuming API service. API services, let's external service. So once you are giving this, of course, you have to pass the code, then it will work. And what I am doing here, I am doing exchange. Here also I am using exchange. There also I am using exchange. I will just tell you after this how what you can do alternative for exchange. Okay, just hold on. Let me run this one. Then I will. Okay, what I will be doing, I put the TCS and this log also important to me. So what I will do, response, what is this response? TCS stock price, stock latest quotes, price. Okay, this is something I'm expecting. What are this? And do not forget, this will be very big response. Why it is a big response? This all the information, it is in the format of text. Let me run. Yes, it is executing. Yes, it is done. It is done. What it ran? You see here. This is the JSON, and this is the response. This is the response. Just I wanted to show you big content. If you are receiving as a response big content, then how you deal. You have to give memory configurations, and yes, still it is there. Such a big content. And if I show small JSON, you will not have fun. You see here, this is how you can see here. So this is the JSON. Maybe here you have to search where that TCS puts some null. That's why if you are having some JSON, you can try it. But this is something I found as an external service. And I found it. Maybe what I will do, I will copy this full. So this is something, some HTML text. It is HTML file. See, it is printing a response stock price, and this is very clear. It is a HTML file. HTML file. Okay, that is something I wanted to show you. And now, what we will be doing, so you know how to consume the external service. So now, next thing is what I will be doing. I will comment this second one because it is a huge response and it's so many lines and you are not able to read the response. But in case if you get the JSON service, JSON external service, how to consume, it's pretty simple. You have to give this and you have to do this. But in case if you are having any authentication, authorization, then you refer my API connect. There is a one more video which is something I recorded. There you will have how you can connect, how to pass the authentication details and all. Maybe I will show you here a little. See, when before connecting here, you have to, for example, this one exchange to. Let me correct this one. So instead of using this deprecated service, you can use exchange to mono, and you can do same stuff whatever you are doing here, the map conversion. And give here, then you remove this stuff. You don't need uh, conversion. Yes. Yes, here once we change to exchange to mono, and there is a compilation error. This is because of we have not closed the method properly, and this is how you can convert exchange to mono. So instead of using the deprecated method, try to replace deprecated method to latest version. So that's how we have to work. And of course, you can use string as it is a string. And when you are using string format, and that is something we have to mention here when you are converting. Okay, maybe what I will do first, I will save and wait. So I just saved. I'm executing this stuff. Yes. So why it is not printing? I actually commented. Wow, this is interesting. So it's working as usual. So there is no difference. Only thing is we have changed the method. But you see now how much it is printing. So the execution level is almost same, but there is a little changes in the execution. So it will not use so much process to execute like earlier. Something is improved here. And next one is API. Of course, API also is same. Instead of using the deprecated exchange method, just I change exchange to mono, and I given this. Then that's all. But maybe this time I can use. Okay, it is done. It's done. So what I would suggest, not only just referring the one or two methods, there are so many methods available here. You could see here accept and exchange to plus. What is this plus? Yes, in a web plus, mono, flux, these all the important concepts. This is something I strongly recommend to explore. And mono is for one object, for flux for list or collection type. So if you are having collection type, then you go to flux type and you give it. But in my case, it is a mono. Just I am using mono. Maybe in case if your case it is a flux, it's like a collection type. Try to use the flux, and all other methods are like this. And the next thing is this is how you can use the web client. But in case if you are dealing with the security stuff and dealing with maybe Auth2, OpenID Connect, and in case if you have to pass the authentication details, you have to get the ID token. Again, you have to pass few more additional parameters and to get the access token. Then this is something I already explained in my previous video. You refer that and refer that and this is how you can consume. This is a pretty simple snippet of code what I am showing. Maybe you can build a much complex, and also depends on the use you can construct. So the way what I am explaining here, it's very easy. The technology, if you understand, uh, that's all. Okay, that's this is about web client and how you can consume the internal service and how you can consume the external service. JSON format, non-JSON format, both formats. And in case your case is not mono, you can use flux, and your case is mono. try to use the exchange to mono. And additional methods available depends on your scenario, your requirement. You can just opt the respective methods and work. Till then, bye bye. But have a nice coding session. Thank you. Bye bye.